Okay, so many times in alliances, I test people's bases and give them advice on, what towers, where to place your towers, and where to put the boosted werewolves or just specially boosted troops in your waves, and what troops to mainly have in your waves. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you, or actually just tell you, how to give the right advice to players who want other players around their trophy range to test their base and give them the right advice on how to get their base better. Now, the first thing you have to do is obviously test their base, but if you do, let me just go to my alliance and pick a player that is near where I am. So the first thing you want to do is you want to usually be a player a few hundred trophies lower than you that is asking, but the first thing you want to do is you want to look at the troop and tower setup and the length of the path. Obviously, this player has everything, really. This is actually a really good base, but I'll show you the base I tried yesterday. And this one is actually very well done. I like this base a lot. But the one thing that I don't like is the lack of cannons. You want to have a lot of cannons in your base, especially with boosted werewolves. You shouldn't have a lot of necromancers, especially if they're not boosted, because they don't do very well without that special boost. Now it's a long base, which is good. It has a lot of choke points, and I like that he has the cannons that go to the choke points. And you have to put a lot of thought into how you do your base. Just test it and test it and test it over and over until you know you have the right combination. So as I'm going through here, I'm just seeing where it has its towers, and obviously this is a very good base, just an overall setup. The one thing I notice here is in the most deadly part of his base, he does not have any jester boxes, and maybe he hasn't unlocked them, I'm not sure, but it's important that you have those in the deadly part of your base with the most damage, so that you can either try to kill the hero or make him use a scroll so you can get gems. It's important, and if you don't have a jester box, that's just like he has here, putting heal towers, and you don't want to put two heal towers right next to each other. That's not very smart. What I would do here actually is I wouldn't even have the Kaiser Beast. I'd actually have Primal House, so that if somebody like me uses stun, he'll get these snake towers up and running, and you can't get the werewolf to howl. Yeah, you can get the werewolf to howl the troops. Or maybe even if you have the Howl Beast, replace that with a few cannons to kill the hero, or once again make him use use a blessing or an Armageddon or something to get some damage or health on the hero. And also another thing I noticed was this player doesn't have any towers by the gate, which is important to have in this trophy range for preventing players from getting 100%, because when you're in the 3000 trophy range, you usually will have only 20 seconds left. At least that's the way it is for me. I attack conservatively. I don't run ahead. And if you have basilic towers and you get in a stuck position, you want to make sure you have towers by the gate, so that you automatically don't get 100% if he is low on time. It really helps to also tell the player you're testing the base of, to tell them what to upgrade first, what to forge first, if you know that. combination, and you've had experience in doing that. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this little video on how to give advice on players' bases, and I'll see you next time for my video on the Bomb Kick Aurora ring, which I got from the Pro Shop yesterday.